The number one enemy is lactic acid, and that's one thing we truly don't have much control over. The only way we can control it for the most part a little bit is through the breathing, flushing it by breathing in deep through your nose, out through your mouth, and shaking off everything. Even if you didn't use your legs, just shake it off. Never stand still. Flush that lactic acid, and don't stand like this either, because you're cutting your circuit. Not big time, but you're cutting circulation. You're not letting the lactic acid flush through. All right, now I'm going to switch it now. We just do 2 sets. That's it. That's all you need. 2 sets of each. All right, and you don't count reps. That's another thing I forgot to mention. We don't count reps. Remember, because the number one goal is to go until you feel the lactic acid. Second goal is to fight that lactic acid until you most absolutely can't anymore move. Not to, actually not really. You don't want to go to muscle failure. You're just wasting energy. There's really not much benefit from going into muscle failure. All right, you're just wasting energy for the most part. All right, anyhow, so you just gotta build that lactic acid and then flush it through once you have it built up. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on my mouthpiece again so that I can go from, oh wait, first I'm gonna explain it. All right, this time around, you wanna have your arms locked out the whole time. All right, don't bend them that much, have them locked out. You're gonna, same thing with the stance, switch it every 2 or so. You're gonna keep them locked out, you're gonna go back as far as possible, back and up as far as possible without putting too much strain on your shoulders, on your rear deltoids, all right? So you're gonna go back, and when you come forward, you're gonna crisscross your hands, so you fully cross them over, so you're flexing those chest muscles, lats, rear deltoids, a little bit of traps, biceps, triceps. Believe it or not, you do activate those and you will flex them. All right, so remember, the front one, the right side is in my front, right? The next time I'm gonna alternate it, so the left one's on front, right? So that way both sides get equal amount of tension. You want to always balance yourself out. If you always have the right one forward, all right, the right one is gonna get more tension because it's just a tiny bit further in front of you. So this one gets a little more tension than this one. So that's why you want to alternate. Another thing is you want to pretend like there's a peanut right here in between your chest, and when you come down, you want to try to crush it. So flex those chest muscles as much as you can. Also, when you come down, you want to push that, flare that chest out one last bit. Right? When you come back, as you're coming back, fully extend your stomach, your midsection. When you come down, that's when, once again, you want to crunch in at the last second, right? So that way you're using your core, a little bit of your obliques, a little bit of your lats. So remember, back slow against gravity, because the resistance is taking you back, and that's basically the equivalent to working with against gravity. Is going back slow against that resistance and going down fast against that resistance, all right, because it's pulling you back. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put the mouthpiece in. All right. That's basically equivalent to throwing what, that was maybe 30 reps or so, throwing 30 power punches with each hand, coming down like that. Because it's not crazy force, but it's more than usual than you just throwing your arms around, alright? So if you grab all that force and you're going that, it wasn't extremely fast or anything like that, but it's, somewhat smooth and a little bit fast. So that's like throwing power punches right there. And you're building up the lactic acid, you're fighting it, so you're building true endurance. Don't forget, breathe deep in through your nose, out through your mouth. I know sometimes it may seem like I'm not doing it, but trust me, I'm doing it. I've been working on this breathing techniques for years and years and years, right? Since when I was a kid, literally. Alright, so one last set, mouthpiece in. Remember, walk forward to get enough resistance. Always walk, you know, the most you can, that you can manipulate at least 10 times, and then little by little walk back tiny bit. So you get less and less tension, and you can just keep moving, flushing and fighting that lactic acid buildup. Here we go. Do just a little shadow boxing just to fight the lactic acid. Translation. I'm going to do a little bit of shadow boxing just to fight that lactic acid. So, and I'm not going to go crazy or anything like that, just nice and smooth. Extend those punches out. Nothing extravagant, nothing nice, nothing pretty. Just move those extremities, but in a somewhat realistic way, practical way. Whew, mouthpiece works wonders. Anyhow, just remember, number one goal is to build that lactic acid. Number two is to fight it as long as possible. Not going into muscle failure, especially not with any type of load. Muscle failure, well, not really. Even without a load, like I was just, punching, there's really no muscle failure. It's more like cardiovascular system failure, and I kind of losing my breath and stuff like that. That's when you will stop. But anyhow, as far as load, exercising, don't ever go to muscle failure. You're just wasting much needed energy for the most part when you go to muscle failure. That's what I'm saying. Go, basically keep the same